And now, from the San Francisco Bay Area studios, KLOK proudly presents to you the prominent attorney Shah Peerally for the Shah Peerally Law Show, coming at you with over 50,000 watts of power. The Shah Peerally Law Show, where all your views matter.
Hello everybody. Assalamu alaikum, Sastakal, Namaskar to all the listeners. This is attorney Shah Peerally. Today we have Michael on the board on Radio Zindagi, KLOK 1170 AM, and we are talking about immigration law, of course. And before I start, I just wanted to wish everybody Eid Mubarak. Eid is coming probably tomorrow, Saturday. So I wish all of you Eid Mubarak, and after a whole month of Ramadan, it's going to be good to have a nice Eid, and inshallah things are going to be good for everybody. So now let us talk a little bit about, of course, immigration. And before I start, anything I'm telling you today is my opinion. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. And the number to the studio today, Michael, I think is 510-657-1170. 510-657-1170. You can call and ask your questions on immigration, and you will be, hopefully I'll be able to answer you. Just to let you know everything, the way I do those shows for those who are new, I give you a quick general answer. This is not really this is not a consultation by no means. It's just informational in nature. And if you want a full consultation, you should call our office at 510-742-5887. 510-742-5887. Let us start with some news now. Of course, we have a bunch of news. One of them that kind of caught my attention is that there is a rumor, and usually now the rumors are becoming real, that the Trump administration is planning to change a little bit the affidavit of support. For those who file parents' petitions or family petitions, you will see that there is something called an I-864, which basically require 125% of your income. Now they might push it to 250%, and plus many other things that were not included in the support, more than welfare. It used to be just welfare, but now more things are going to be included, which basically will block everybody in the family kind of if you're petitioning for someone. And not only the benefits that the beneficiary gets, but also any benefit that is being taken by the U.S. citizen who's petitioner. So they will all add this up. But again, this is just a rumor, and it was published under immigration policy, and we hope it doesn't come true, but more and more things, as we say them, it's coming true, unfortunately. And again, if you have any questions on immigration, whether it's H-1B, labor certification, L-1 visa, EB-1, you name it, feel free to call the studio line right now, 510-657-1170. 510-657-1170. And we are going to talk about many things on immigration. One of them, of course, the one I just talked about, there might be some changes when it comes to those petitions now, and get ready for that. Hopefully it will not come right now, but they are planning it. It's cooking, so let's see what happens next. The other thing that we are getting a lot of questions for those who didn't make it on the H-1B, some of them are but not some of them, but many people looked into CPT, potential CPT. This is not, just to let you know, a CPT is not a work permit per se, like an OPT. What it is a curriculum practical training. It has to be part and parcel of your curriculum to take it. And for those taking it on first year, be very, very careful, because this I've always warned people not to take it, but in case your school is offering that and you're taking it, you need to be very careful, because there are some, again, quote-unquote, rumors or information that these might actually come back and hurt many people when they use them. So be very careful for those using CPT. And as for those using OPT, as for those using OPT, as I mentioned last time, for those who are working on third party and on a STEM OPT, this is almost impossible now. Unfortunately, there are no ways really to go around this. And what this will trigger also is, if you're doing it, it will kind of cut off your student visa under a second memo. While the first one was an amendment to the law, the second one is a memo that will actually kind of cut off those time for you and will actually put you out of status possibly. So be very careful if you're working with a third party. For example, what I mean third party means you work with employer A. Employer A is placing you with end client B or C. It's not really possible now under STEM OPT. Regular OPT it might be possible, not under STEM OPT. So I repeat that. Even though before we used to be able to get them to sign it, it did work, but now they are kind of they have changed stuff, put some kind of twist in the law itself of OPT that kind of gives a lot of hard time to people who are doing that. So I recommend that you make sure that if you're working for a consulting company, to talk to an attorney or move as soon as possible, because this will come back and harm you possibly after August 9 when the second memo kicks in. So all these things are happening, and I can go on and on now, list of other things. The other thing that is happening, many denials we're seeing, not from our office, but we've been seeing denials, people calling us for consultation, where basically they're denying all those analyst positions, and even on level 2, level 3, they are denying them, stating they are not non-specialty occupation. A specialty occupation is becoming very, very major. So make sure that you have that covered. And I think we have one caller, right, Michael? Let me take the call and we'll talk a little bit more. Hi, this is Shah.
21-year-old.
Kumar?
Hello?
Hello? Yes, Kumar. You're live on air.
Yeah, my question is like, when the son becomes, the dependent becomes the 21-year-old, but before that, if I-485 is filed, will it get the green card in the dependent quota, or he will get he need to file his own H-1B after that?
Technically, I-45, if it is filed, it kind of stop it and then put them in Child Status Protection Act. But we need to calculate how much time altogether so that you can subtract it up to the I-45. But when does the child turn 21? When is the child turning 21?
Oh, he is in 2022. He will turn to 21.
Okay. And what is the priority date right now?
Now priority date is 2011, July 2011.
Okay. I think he will get it because you will be able to subtract some of the time on it. It's kind of a little bit weird calculation when it comes to I-45. So I think he should be able to be included in that because there's certain time you can minus. So basically he will probably have another 4 years in his hand approximately, depending on how much time the case took. So I think he will be okay. He should be able to get it. Hopefully it will be current by that time. Okay?
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
Okay. Good luck to you. Let me take another caller, Michael. This is Asman. Hello. Hi, Mr. Asman.
Oh, hi. Good morning.
Hi.
So happy
Good morning.
advance Eid to you.
Happy to you too. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So I have a question. I petitioned my brother like a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, and my phone number, changed now. So how I can update, his profile that I changed my phone number?
Phone number is not really necessary, but did you put an email there?
Oh, so I have to email them or write,
Well, what I would recommend is to contact them, call the 800 number, update your information. If they are not picking the information, file an AR11 with the new information, even with the same address, but with the new information, and let them know. But phone number is not really a big problem because if your email is there, they will communicate with you through email. And if your address has not changed, you should get things to, So it should not be a problem, but just to be on the safe side, go on the uscis.gov, and there's an 800 number there. Just call that number, and then just let them know, okay?
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Have
Good
a
luck
day.
to you, and happy Eid. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for calling, and you can still call. The open 510-657-1170, 510-657-1170, and thank you, Michael, for being on the board with me today. And as we were mentioning earlier, so many things happening. First, I started with the issue with I-864, which is going to become a problem soon for those who are basically taking benefits. In our community, it's very kind of, well, it's not rare, but it does happen, not that often. But in other communities, unfortunately, because they come from very poor countries, it becomes very difficult on them, especially people coming from Mexico, etc. They tend to have this issue with the I-864 Affidavit of Support. And now they are putting all those restrictions. Well, they didn't put yet. They are planning, and this is a leaked kind of memo that came out and published by the immigration policy, stating that there will be a chilling effect for people to kind of help others on the affidavit of support. That's one thing that is a big problem. Now, the second problem, of course, is the CPT we were talking about, and this is going to become another problem soon too. Let me take another caller, and then we'll talk. Shah, is this Anjali?
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Anjali. Hi, Anjali.
I have just question. If I'm going to apply my sisters now, how long is going to take approximately from India?
Around 12 to 14 years.
12 to 14 years. Wow, yeah. That's pretty long.
Yeah. It does take long, sorry, and it might take longer than that now. So unfortunately, it's taking a long time.
Okay. And what is the paper I need to apply?
Well, you have to first file the form I-130 with all the proofs. You can get this form on the USCIS website, and then fill it, prepare it, submit it. Once you submit it, then they log the priority date, and then after it's approved, or it might be pending, the priority date will be locked, and then you wait until the dates become current, then you can move forward. Okay?
Oh, okay, got it. Thank you, honey. Thank you very much.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Let me take another. Thank you, Anjali. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air. Is this India?
Another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air. Is this India?
Yes. Hi.
Hi, India. This is Shah. Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
Yes. I think, let me switch off the radio.
Yeah, can you turn off the radio in the background?
Yeah, I'll take your answer offline. The question I had is, my husband had filed for green card, and the priority date is 2012. I've been reading online about the time it takes for us to get, but how long would you think we have to wait to get an EAD?
Well, that's a $1 million question. My take on that right now is like every month, every 15 days you have to add 1 month. Every 20 days approximately. So if you are talking now, we are right now I think going towards 2009. So we're talking about almost 4 years to 5 years of waiting. If it goes this way, hopefully there will be a jump forward. But the only thing that I'm hoping there will be no jump backward is a progression. So we are talking about 4 to 5 years, maybe more. I cannot really give you exact time. It's just my forecast, kind of my predictions. But right now there's a long wait. So you just have to be patient, okay?
All right,
okay.
Thank you.
Good luck to you. Let me take another. Shanti. Hello, is this Shanti?
Hi, yes, this is Shanti.
Hi, Shanti. This is Shah. How are you?
Oh, hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. well. What can I do for you?
So my question basically is like, my dad has a green card, which he got about like 11.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I lost you for a second. Go ahead.
Sure. Yeah, my dad got a green card like 11 years back, 11 years, 2 months back. And then last time he visited India like 2 years back, and while he was there, his green card was expired. So it's been like 2 years since he went to India, and it got expired last June. So what can we do? I mean, is there a way to renew his green card now, or does he have to apply again for the visitor visa and come here, or?
Okay. Well, you say he's when? Last June 2017?
June 2017 is when the green card was expired, yeah.
And he stayed there? For how long he stayed there?
He's in India from last 2.5 years. Because of his health reasons, he was not able to make it here.
Well, what you can do, you can go ahead to the State Department, the U.S. Embassy, try to apply for an SB1, citing
SB1?
basically the SB1. S like Sam, B like boy, number 1. Tell them, show them the proof that he was in a medical condition. They might allow him to at least come back temporarily to renew that green card. Having said that, from my experience, most of those cases get denied. There's no, but the other option, if this doesn't work, then he will have to basically kind of give up the green card and ask for a visitor visa. And if they don't give him a visitor visa, then you will have to give up on the green card and reapply the entire case for him. Okay?
Oh, okay. Okay, so basically try for visitor visa, and if the visa gets denied, then apply for the green card again.
Yes. Okay?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you. And more callers, Michael. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here? Okay, so I don't have more callers. So I just wanted to let you know, thank you so much for calling. You can call on anything from immigration and H-1B, L-1, EB-1, EB-2, national interest waiver, you name it, and I'll be glad to answer if I know the answer, of course. And the number to the studio today is 510-657-1170. 510-657-1170. We are live on air. Today is June 14th, 2018. And we are 10:23 a.m. We have another half an hour to go, I think. Not half an hour, I think 25 minutes approximately. Michael will correct me on that. So I wanted to, I'm talking about many issues when it comes to immigration now. It is basically the daily thing we are hearing. It's almost like there's no other information except probably the meeting of Kim and Trump. The rest is all immigration kind of. What is happening, a lot of changes, of course. Not anything really good except the H-2B visa has been increased, but I don't really handle H-2B, so it might be good for some people. And also people are looking for alternatives now. One of them is, of course, EB-1. EB-1 is a way to really kind of get it if you qualify. Many people don't even know they qualify, because they think they don't have publications and things like that. That means they don't qualify, which is not true, really. We can assess your EB-1. Give us a call, 510-742-5887. The website to check, attorneyonair.com, attorneyonair.com. One word. Let me take another caller, Michael. Hello? Hi, Mohit.
Hello. Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
Yeah,
Shah, you're live.
So, thank you for the amazing show. And I just had a question. So I'm on an H-1B with an approved I-140, and my spouse, she's on an F-1 visa. So we wanted to know if she can work. She's on an OPT, and if she can work on an unpaid, she can do an unpaid work at a startup.
Okay, what kind of OPT is it? Is it regular or STEM?
No, it's regular OPT. It's not an extension right now.
Regular OPT, you kind of can work for unpaid. However, depends on which state you are in. Many states don't allow people to work unpaid.
Okay, I'm in California.
Profit company. Hello?
Hello,
California? Yeah. So California has a rule basically kind of preventing people to work for a profit organization unpaid.
Okay.
So that might be an issue. But technically for the regular OPT, you are allowed to volunteer kind of. If it is a non-profit organization, no problem. But a for-profit might be an issue. Although it's not an issue in immigration, it might be an issue for California. So be careful on that. But the rule doesn't require you to be paid on the regular OPT.
Okay. And can she work in a consultancy company? Like I heard, maybe it's going forward it would be a problem.
Not on regular OPT. It's for the STEM OPT, yes. It would be a problem. Regular OPT she can work, yes. But not the STEM. The STEM is the one that requires us 983 and all those issues to be tackled with. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, good luck to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing a lot of difficulties now. Things are getting more and more difficult, and people are pretty much feeling desperate sometimes, and I recommend people just to be careful. Just because you're desperate, don't jump into things that can create more problems for you. And one of the things a lot of people like to jump is the CPT. The CPT is not illegal, by the way. It's legal. However, many times the day one CPT ends up by creating more problems on your case because you're pretty much kind of pushing a little bit on the work side instead of the curriculum side. So that's where it becomes a problem, especially if the school is under the radar and you go in that school and that school shuts down, you will find yourself into a lot of issues. And we have seen it lately with so many other schools, like lately Silicon Valley University has been under attack. So all the stuff you need to be aware of before you move forward. Let me take another caller, Michael. This is, are you alive in here? Hello, hi Shweta.
Hi. Hi, this is Shweta.
Yes,
so
Shweta.
I'm on H1B with my I-140 approved, and my H1B is going to expire in November. I wanted to know if I take a break, let's say for 6 months, and my H1B expires, and after 6 months, if I apply to a new company, do I have to go on lottery, or can I get an H1B extension?
Okay. First of all, you say you're taking a break. Are you taking a break while you're on H1 or you're going to move to H4?
I'll go on H4.
Okay. No, you don't have to. If you have your I-140 approved and you have the years left or one or the other, you are eligible to revive the H1B down the road. It's not a problem. The only time you cannot revive it... I'm sorry?
I don't have a year left, so it's going to expire in November. I just have 5 months left.
Yeah, but you have an I-140 approved, right?
Yes.
Then you don't have a problem because the I-140 will grant you, as long as the I-140 is there, it will grant you another 3 years, and you can revive it 6 months down the road.
So even if I take a break and after 6 months, maybe
yes, as long as you take the break, you move on another visa. Don't stay on H1. Take a break and go on H4 or something, then you're fine. Yeah, it is possible.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
Good luck. Good luck to you, Shweta. Good luck. So this is another question I get all the time. What happens if you're an H1B and you take a break? For example, you go on H4 and then later you want to go on H1. Do you have to go to the lottery? Technically, no. As long as you meet the requirements, either you have not used the whole 6 years or you have an I-140 approved, you should be able to go back. And I-140 approved means also it's still alive because sometimes it can be canceled, although there's a law now that they cannot cancel the I-140 after 6 months. There are still issues with the I-140 if within 6 months it is canceled or it is revoked by the USCIS for fraud or misrepresentation. I know I speak a little bit fast, but these are very, very important. And if you're having problems, issues relevant to that, I highly recommend that you contact our office at 510-742-5887. 510-742-5887. Check our website, attorneyonair.com or PeerallyLaw.com. Attorneyonair.com or PeerallyLaw.com. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about a bunch of stuff, and I want to kind of mention the most important thing that I wanted to mention today is the difficulties that people are facing now with the H-1B. People who have been on H-1B for years and now moving, for example, program analysts and things like that, they are getting denials. Even they are putting level 2, level 3, which was something we were hoping will not happen, but it's starting to happen. So be careful now when you're moving. Find a job that fits. The problem now is those jobs that are higher paid, and many companies are not willing to go that much in terms of salary. So that's also going to be kind of putting people on the side and not allowing them to get a chance at the H-1B. So if we look at it from different angles, things are getting really, really tough. We've been saying that, and every day I'm hoping that, okay, this is the end. We're not going to hear more problems. We're not going to hear more difficulties. But the truth is that it is not getting better. It's getting worse and worse, and I think it will get more. I don't know the word to use. It's going to get worse, and that's the word I should use, before it gets better. The truth is that they are basically, Trump promised that he will crack down on immigration, and he's doing it both for unlawful illegal immigration and legal immigration. And you can see for those people coming at the border, their kids are being taken away, etc. That's one thing. Now, for people who are legal here, they also are having problems, and many people are finding themselves really in desperate situations, especially for students. And when they leave and they want to stay in the country, they find themselves in situations where basically people are stuck. They don't know what to do, what's next. The H-1B is not picked up, or even H-1B is picked up, no answer yet, and either their cap gap is going away, or they are finding themselves working on a STEM with a consulting company, and now suddenly that's going to get cut off. So there are many problems coming up, especially for students. So I recommend that you contact an attorney and make sure that they know how to guide you before you make the next move. And you can call our office for a consultation at 510-742-5887. 510-742-5887. And for those who want a consultation, for those who want to call right now, the studio lines are still open. 510-657-1170. 510-657-1170, and I have Michael on the board with me. So Michael, let me know how much time we have to go. So I will be talking about also different issues, and also debt settlement, which is another part of our how we help people getting out of debts without having to file bankruptcy. So basically, debt settlement is one way for people, especially many people are living or they find themselves with huge debts on credit cards or on second mortgages. We can help them get out of those debts. And the blog you check is called yourdebtsettlementattorney.com, yourdebtsettlementattorney.com. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have so many things happening on the immigration front that I have to be selective what I want to talk about, to be honest with you. If I go one by one, it will take me like 10 hours of show to cover them. But the main ones that are affecting our community, I'm trying my best to cover. But unfortunately, sometimes even myself, I'm usually very up to date with everything, but suddenly I find myself with things that are happening on a daily basis and are changing the whole thing. One of the things we are seeing also now is a big question that everybody is asking: what happens to H-4 EAD? As I have mentioned last week, there is a chance H-4 EAD will go away, but there is also a chance that there will be some fights and we will be able to keep it. So since now it's going on the publication soon, once it goes there, there will be public comments of 60 days. So if we add that up, we're talking about almost another 10 weeks before we know what's happening on the H-4 EAD. But for those who already have it, we are expecting they will be able to keep it until the date which is on the EAD, and after that they might not renew it. So until we get really precise information, I cannot really pronounce what will happen, except my take is that they will really bend backward to make this happen, that they take it away. That we kind of have an idea. Now, the next thing that is happening, of course, the election for this year of the Senate and the Congress. Unfortunately, I don't see big changes, but if there are changes, might see things going in a good side. But if there are no changes, we are going to see some kind of mandate almost, where next time, and when Trump goes for elections, he'll probably get elected too. I said that the first time, and now I'm saying it again, because it seems like many people are agreeing what he's doing. They don't really care about people suffering on immigration side, because they're looking at it from the perspective of an American-born citizen. Another thing that I want to mention also, for people who are citizens, they are also going back in their citizenship, and they are looking for people, for example, who have kind of committed some kind of issues on fingerprint or some kind of things they have not mentioned on their citizenship. They are going back, and they're planning to take away citizenship, which is difficult, but at the same time not impossible. It's called denaturalization. That's another thing that they are kind of going to say they're going to do. So it's so many things happening. So it's not like one thing or two, and once you're a citizen, you're done, a green card holder. It's going to be an everlasting kind of nightmare for many people. So I recommend people to make sure you have an attorney if you need help, and an attorney also who knows what's happening. Even for me, I'm not going to lie to you, there's certain things I don't know, I don't really handle them because I'm so overwhelmed with other kinds of work, so I focus on the one that I know better. But at least, luckily, I know at least enough to guide people what to do. So many things happening, and again, the lines are still open, right, Michael? I think 510-657-1170, 510-657-1170. You can call. I think we have one caller right now. This is Shah. Yeah. Hello. Hi.
Hi, Shah. I have a question about my job change. I currently have a H1 and I'm within the 6 years, and I have an approved I-140, and it's been over 6 months. It's been 2 years. I just want to see if I change my job and if my employer revokes my I-140, can he do that under the current situation?
Well, technically now with this new law that Obama passed before he left, that I-140s cannot be revoked once 6 months has passed. I don't think he will be able to revoke it because I think 6 months has passed, right, since it got approved?
Okay, so that means I can change the jobs, and then even if it...
Yeah, but the thing is, let me tell you what is not revoked. The employer can still send the letter, but the ability to use the I-140 to do a transfer, an extension, an H-1B, you can use it. You can use it to get H-4EAD if H-4EAD is still present. But you cannot use it to get a green card unless you go back to the company and they still want you there. So remember that. The rule, you can use it for transfer, etc. So when you move to company B, they have to start over for you with a labor and a new I-140, okay? It's very important. Don't confuse the two, okay? Okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
But, yeah, you can hopefully 6 months, they don't change that law too. Okay? Good luck to you. Wish you all the best, okay? So... Ladies and gentlemen, this is another question that I get all the time after 6 months. But yeah, I just said that, but just to let you know, the USCIS have the discretion to revoke the I-140 even after 6 months, and that's called revocation. The other one is a withdrawal. That's a revocation. A revocation is usually based on fraud or something that they don't like, so they can come and take away the entire I-140. So there's never a guarantee I-140 stays alive, so be careful in that. So we were talking, of course, about immigration law and debt settlement. I talked a little bit about it. We can help on credit cards. We can help on second mortgages, lawsuits and things like that. Well, we don't go and do litigation. I'm too busy for that. But what we can do, we negotiate this litigation for you and make it happen. So we can help you, ladies and gentlemen, on many grounds if you need help. Now, on EB1, this is very interesting. For those who don't know, you might qualify for an EB1 without knowing. You don't have to have publications. You don't have to have awards all the time. If you are outstanding in your field, and we see that, and we see it kind of basically attaches to the law, and that might be something possible. Give us a call, 510-742-5887, or email us info@peerallylaw, PEERALLYLAW.com. So we can do EB1A, where you don't need an employer. You can do EB1B for outstanding researchers and professors. Those require an employer. And then EB1C, of course, require an employer. These are intra-transferee. So, for example, let's say you work 1 year abroad, and they bring you back here on a managerial or executive role, you are eligible to file for that. Now, there's also national interest waiver. If you have national interest and you can present extrinsic merit, that's kind of not really defined, but there are some case law on that. We might be able to get you an EB2. The EB2 for India is not very helpful, but it is helpful if it is to get you an I-1 to get extension of your H-1B. And the good news with the national interest waiver, it belongs to you. You don't need an employer, and once it attaches to you, when the dates become current, whichever employer you're working with, you can still file for your green card. So it's a good idea to look into a national interest waiver if you qualify for it. Now, there are many other ways too for people who are not from India. For those, for example, if you're from Pakistan, you can get E2 visa. If you're from Canada, you can get TN visas, and from Australia, E3 visa. So don't kind of get stuck only on H-1B. Of course, you have L-1A, L-1B also. So all those visas are possible, but make sure you pick the right one. Student visa was an option for a lot of people to use that, but be careful if you overuse the CPT, because that's going to be, they're going to crack down on this, I'm pretty sure, soon. So be careful, and for students listening to me, I know sometimes you're desperate, you will jump on anything, but be careful right now. It's really, really getting very, very difficult, and once you get entangled in the whole system, it will be very hard to get out. So to recap today, I don't know if you have more callers, Michael. 510-657-1170. I can take one more call, I think. But I'm going to recap. Today I talked about the chilling effect of this new rule that might be passed. This was just a leak, a memo that was leaked to the Immigration Policy Institute, where basically they are planning to kind of make it more difficult on the affidavit of support. As you know, when you file for your family, you need the affidavit of support, especially family petitions. And second, they are going to make it difficult also in terms of getting benefits on there. So be careful. Hopefully, we don't see that, but unfortunately, I'm sad. It might come, but we need to be ready for that. And also for H-1Bs, for all those people who have H-1Bs, we recommend that you make sure that you have a good job description and a good job title to move on. So it is important that you pretty much have, I'm sorry for that, you pretty much kind of make sure that you have everything done properly. And for those who have are moving their jobs and they have an I-45 file and is pending, you need to file a supplement J under the AC-21 rules. And if you need help on that, give us a call. Make sure you file it, because if you don't, they're going to ask for it down the road. And for some people, there will also be an interview. Not for everybody, but some people will have an interview. And so be ready for that. For that, they ask you if why you didn't file the supplement J. So all those stuff are happening. That's why I'm saying I can list on and on and on. But I just wanted to kind of limit myself to the big ones today. So the big ones, I think, is the issue is the CPT, H-4EAD, and that I-864 we were talking about. So make sure if you're filing for any family member, you have all the right mix and you don't miss on anything, because that can really backfire on you down the road. So now let me kind of change gear a little bit and talk a little bit more about debt settlement, since I have another 4 minutes, right, Michael, to go. So I wanted to tell people, if you want to do a debt settlement and you don't want to file a bankruptcy, you owe money on credit cards and you're overwhelmed and you have some kind of hardship, call us. We can help you, 510-742-5887. And the website, the blog for that is yourdebtsettlementattorney.com. The way we work on debt settlement, it works on contingency. So when we win, whatever amount we save you, then we take a percentage on that. So if we don't save you anything, we don't get anything. But that doesn't apply for immigration, okay? So don't come and tell me I said that. Immigration is a different department. We have different ways of doing things, and right now things are getting really tough. If the paperwork for H-1B, for example, is not prepared, and especially RFEs. RFEs are hitting very, very strong. It's the RFE period right now, and a lot of people are worried about their RFEs, and they have good reasons to be. It would be a good idea to let people know about this, and then have a lawyer kind of look at it and advise you or work on the case. It is a lot of issues we are seeing, but we're hanging there. Most people are getting through, but of course fewer are being left behind. So we don't really know exactly where we stand when it comes to the cases, unless we kind of take the cases, go deep into them. So I wanted to thank you all for listening today. And again, I wanted to wish all of you Eid Mubarak, and hopefully we pray for safety and peace in this world. So many things happening all around the world, either in Palestine, in so many places where we're seeing a lot of things happening, wars and Syria, etc., etc. So we want to make sure that people understand that all those things are kind of related, unfortunately. One good thing, maybe we're making peace with North Korea. That's one good news. But we don't know if we're going to go into more problems now. And I'm hearing also Canada is getting upset, and they are starting to boycott America because of all the things. So we're going to see a lot of things happening. And for those who need help on their immigration, feel free to reach out to the office, 510-742-5887, 510-742-5887. And I wanted to thank Michael today. And the show will be playing again on Friday night, midnight, which is morning Saturday. And please listen for those who are late listeners. And this is Attorney Shah Peerally, and like I said, anything I'm telling you today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. I think I have Amit on air. Amit,